heard from one of the Sandrock guys that they were getting like packet loss icons and stuff in that series, well, in all the WePlay stuff, because they were playing $150,000 LAN in Saudi Arabia at the same time as WePlay, which they won, and they won like 100 grand for coming first or something. There's crazy money in the KSA LANs. Yeah, they had to take a L at WePlay for that. But yeah, I don't know why people treat Sandrock at in EU tournaments with EU servers as like a fair matchup. Of course it's not fair. It's totally different. Relating Wave says anything under 80 is fine. That is no way can you say 80 ping's the same as LAN ping. There's just no chance. There's no chance. I ain't believing it. Alright, Furia versus Envy. This should be good. I think Envy will probably just let Furia come at them like they've been doing with other scrims that I've seen. I doubt they're going to be thinking right now, guys, we have to win this scrim. We need to challenge the midfielder. We're in big trouble. We have to go out there and take it to these guys. They're probably just going to do their thing and see what happens. So 80 is very playable. Oh, yeah, I think 80 is playable, but that playable doesn't mean it's ideal. And it doesn't mean that you should think, oh, that team lost with 80 ping, therefore they are worse, you know? If a team loses a close series on 80 ping or 100 ping, you have to see that again on 0 ping before you know what the series will really look like. I think there's a lot of EU teams that like to downplay Sandrock's ability just because it makes them look better, because when they beat Sandrock in an EU tournament, everybody says, oh well, Sandrock has high ping, so it doesn't matter. And those EU teams probably don't like people saying that their win doesn't matter, so they say that 80 ping's fine. You know, it suits them to say that 80 ping's fine, but everybody knows it's not fine. It's definitely not. Did I have Envy? I think I did have Envy playing Furia in my predictions. Hold on a second, let me check. Envy, Furia... Oh no, I didn't. Okay, in my predictions for Envy and Swiss were 3-0, 3-1, 3... Yeah, I had them going through as third seed from Swiss, which I think is pretty fair. Third to fifth is likely for Envy, I would say. In Swiss, Jan's in a bit of trouble here. Whoa. No way! What? How is that not a goal? Oh my goodness. Oh my. A couple of open nets being beaten there. I think this is Furia's 4th scrim in a row. Nice outplay there by Jan though. A little 1v1. Have I watched SRG with Senzo? I've seen a couple of SRG scrims with Senzo, and they're looking really good. That's all I'll say. I think Furia and Sandrock are both looking really good from what I've seen of both teams. I don't know if they're better without, like, I'm not really thinking are they better or worse with or without Khaled Wave. I don't think that's really a question that needs answered right now, because it's impossible to know that until we see SRG play a LAN with Khaled and without. So we're not going to get that this weekend, so it's not really something I'm thinking about, but I think they're going to be very competitive without him, is what I'll say. No, Sandrock are not in Europe yet, they're just in KSA. The thing about Sandrock though is that they only have to move 1 hour time zone, I believe, maybe 2. Is it 2 hour time zones because of daylight savings? I think they have to move 2 hours, so that's only going to take a couple of days to adjust probably. Good shot there by Turbo. Snipe, the long range snipe, and the celebration as well. You know, earlier I said that Envy are not changing the way they play for scrims on stream, but I might have to I might have to update that take, because I don't know if Turbo would be doing that if we weren't watching. I don't know if he'd be celebrating like this. I love that celebration though. It's a timeless, a classic. great aerial defense by Turbo there. Oh, big counter-attack coming through. Not the best return pass, though. When are we getting Moxie versus Seiko? What, they got beef or something? Sounds like a cool match, though, but I'm not going to be asking any RLCS LAN players for 1v1s. What a save by Kaio. Well done. While all the scrims are going on, of course. Oh, what bump. Well done. I love that from Turbo as well, just committing, because although he's third man in this position, there doesn't look like there's any, like, there's no risk of a big clear coming through, so you can just go. No need to sit back on that. No, SRG have not played. I've only seen SRG scrims from the Middle East. But they still look really good. Versus Seiko, so it's a good matchup. Sounds like another nightmare matchup for Moxie, because he's had some rough matchups in one show matches. First Killer versus Khaled would be insane. I think like Jack versus Khaled would be the one to watch. That's like the most hyped LAN 1v1, I would say. Twix 1590, thanks to the 5-month tier 1. I really appreciate that, man. I really hope that Furia go down a couple of games here, maybe even 3, just to see what they do. I'm curious to see what their like game plan is if they're losing. Because so far, all we've seen from them on stream is like they do stuff and it works. And they just keep doing their thing. But all great teams can adapt. All great teams have a backup plan. All great teams can, you know, do different play styles, catch the opponents off guard, come back from a tactical timeout, and then turn a series around. Very, very curious to see what Furia's backup plan is, because I don't think we've seen that all season in SAM. They just keep on doing their thing. NV beat Digmas said, well, unless they played again today, he's lying. Because they lost yesterday. Adding timeouts to RLCS, I'm a big fan. I like it. No, I'm not in Sweden. I'm in UK still. Still Friday. Oh, is the stream title incorrect? My bad. I thought it was updated. Let me... No, it should be right, actually. Should be right, I think. Maybe it just hasn't updated yet. Have G2 and BDS played yet? No, I don't think so. But based on what we saw today, I'd expect... Well, actually, today's probably quite a rough day for G2. I don't know what to expect from them, because people are saying that they lost to Queso. The G2 just arrived, so they're probably pretty jet-lagged. Especially Dries, who's had to travel so far. Woo! Look at the skim from Card. Oh, I have to skip it, though. It's so unfortunate. Lovely little skim there. I sound sick? Nah, I'm good. I've just been talking for like 4 hours, is all. Over 4 hours non-stop talking to myself, so that's probably why. But no, I'm feeling good. I've actually just been staying at home for the past like week, pretty much. Yeah, 1 week today I've been staying at home, because combining that with the short hotel quarantine in Sweden will give me the best chance of not contacting COVID on the way to the LAN, which is, that's the idea. So I've been in my flat for a week, in my apartment for a whole week. I have to go to the airport tomorrow to get a PCR test though, so that'll be the first time I'm leaving. Aren't Furia jet lagged as well? They don't have to travel as far, because Brazil's actually closer to Europe time zone wise than America is. I believe Brazil is only 3 or 4 hours away right now, and they've been in Europe for I think 2 or 3 days, so they're probably almost fully adjusted. Like, Brazil's further away from Europe in terms of geographical distance, but in terms of time zones, which is the only thing that matters for your internal body clock, well, it's not necessarily time zones, it's where the sun is in the sky, relative to the time of day. Yeah, Furia are actually, they have less adjusting to do than the European teams. I mean, than the North American teams who are further away, east to west. Yes, 4 PM right now in Brazil. It's actually 7 PM in the UK, so they've gone 4 hours. It's only 3 hours difference from Brazil to me. Yeah, you do have to combine like the distance traveled can sometimes take it out of you as well, like how far you've gone. If you've had a really like terrible flight or combination of flights, that can really take it out of you for a few days. But yeah, it's closer in time zones for Brazil. Oh, a little bit of a backflip there for Jan. Turbo can't expect that though, so no way that Turbo moves in there. Yeah, Stockholm's 1 hour past the UK. So I'm in the UK and I'm 3 hour difference from Brazil. Stockholm is 4 hour difference from Brazil. Did I say thanks for 41 month ward up? I think I did, but if I didn't, welcome back, buddy. Is wall dashing meta now? Oh, 100%. Yeah, wall dashing is mostly used right now for recoveries and celebrations of goals, but it will definitely start to be used in... Oh, it's a bit unlucky. Card almost had that. Good shot, though. But it'll definitely start to be used in plays as well, more and more, to actually advance the ball quickly with low boost. Yeah, I'm sure you guys all caught that, but Turbo making a big bump play instead of challenging the ball. The reason he did that is because based on the position he was in, diving up in the air to try and block the pop was probably not going to work. Very nice recovery by Kaio, flipping onto the wall. So instead of going for a big dunk or like a crazy read, he just instead plays for a demo. And it's something we see a lot these days, like these run ahead demos, these boost steals, fake challenges. Pretty much every single thing that I've just listed is better than just diving in and trying to get a crazy block on someone. You know, from scrims that I've seen so far, I'd say that OCE is the region that needs to start incorporating that a lot more. Just, you know, plan A being a bump instead of a challenge could really help them. Envy really struggling on boost right here, so nobody can even go. They just have no way to get to the ball. Missed, almost missing the backboard clear because of it. Atomic trusted him to hit it, and it's a goal. See, right here, a lot of people might say, where's the challenge for Envy? Oh, where's the backboard defense? It's just an open backboard. But actually, it was just really, really good boost starving by Furia that put Envy in an awkward position. And Mist probably should have hit that backboard clear, but it was definitely awkward. It was a well, you know, shot ball to the backboard to make it hard for him. I feel like most of the clips that I see where people are complaining about there being a lack of backboard defense, there's just no boost at all for the other team. Unless it's Vitality, then it just doesn't make any sense at all, because they just tend to leave their backboard undefended, and I don't know why. But a lot of other teams just do it because they don't have any boost. Or they don't challenge because they don't have any boost. But yeah, the reason I've been very vocal about how passive NA are at times, and also Semper as well from EU, is because they do have boost, but they just don't go anyway. They just leave the ball. Good save by Jan. Good positioning as well. Yeah, sometimes you can put it down to there just not being any boost available. That's why there's no challenge. Yeah, Furia are definitely legit. They're really, really good. Very, very efficient, very mechanical. Not just in offense. Like, we all knew that they had mechanics in offense, but they're also very mechanical with their recoveries. Very efficient with their recoveries, so they always have boost to get back into position and make another play on the ball afterwards. That's really putting the pressure on Envy here, because Envy don't have time to breathe. They just get under pressure a lot. Quasi-Kun, thanks for the brand new Prime. I appreciate that. Is Card not doing slow-mo between games? Wait, does Card do that between every single game? I think I remember hearing that from somewhere, but I can't remember where. This is actually so cool though to see. Like, I only just realized right now, haha, but Realize from Japan is the OG for the Asia Rocket League scene. By far, he was the first player to really make a name for himself, way before anyone else. And then when you talk about Middle East, it's Ahmad. He was there like a whole year before anyone else was on his level, before Khaled came along and showed us that they were multiplying. And then for Sam, it's Kaio TG1. Now, all three of those players are going to be at this LAN. Literally all three. They're all going to be there, which I think is pretty awesome. We don't have the OCE legend, Drippe. He's retired. But the three most recent regions to be added to RLCS LAN play are all... they all have their OG, the godfather of the region, present. Kaio, Realize, and Ahmad. That's a team I didn't know I wanted to see play. Now I want to see it. I've got videos with Kaio in them from, like, I think 2016. I think I've got Ahmad videos from, like, if not 2016, definitely 2017, and Realize similar time as well. They've been around for years and years and years. Look at this. Furia are just that good, actually. They're just that good. Didn't Kaio get big before Firewall? Yeah, way before. The first Brazilian player who I was made aware of because he was dominating the leaderboards is Kaio. I've got 1v1 show matches with Kaio in them. And I've got air dribble 1v1s with Realize in it. And I've got 1v1 show matches with Ahmad when he used to go by the name AHM4DX2, I think was his name. Terrible name. Glad he changed to Ahmad. Yeah, I remember I asked Kaio who did he want for his Brazil team for the Rocket League World Cup that I did with League of Rockets, and he said Firewall and Hypercamper. And they made bracket. They nearly made top 4 in their very first like international competition. I know it was online. I know it was high ping nonsense, but it was still something, and it was really cool to see. They beat Germany. They beat Finland, and they were beating Denmark in the quarterfinals. They nearly made top 4 against the best players in the world at the time. And here's Kaio still to this day popping off against the best players in the world. That is a grind. You know, these guys are the Garrett G's of the regions. I saved by Turbo there. They're getting completely out-pressured here. The pre-jump. Furia are just so confident. And they're just getting... Envy are just getting bullied. It's interesting though, because you know, we haven't seen Furia have to really adapt mid-series, but they've shown us that their playstyle is quite versatile. When we watched them against Dignitas, they were, you know, getting outplays in the midfield and creating goals. And now against Envy, they're, you know, creating most of their outplays in the final third. They're, you know, they're actually starting their plays way later, but it's still working. They're really, really good. I'm so impressed with this team. I still think Envy and Dig will be monsters on LAN, but my word, Furia are just taking them to the cleaners right now. Mist and Atomic both probably have no boost in this play. Looks like they've been picking up a few pads since I said that, but... Would Complexity still be the best team in SAM if they played there? I think it would be close between them and Furia. You know, a lot of people have been saying that True Neutral were by far the best team in SAM because they look at the points total and they have the most points and therefore they're the best team by far, but actually they were pretty close with Furia. Furia beat them in the second major, I think it was. Furia won the winter major, and then Furia got knocked out of the spring major by Rebel, which was Jan's team at the time. So, you know, Furia and True Neutral for the first 2 splits were pretty much dead even, and then it's only in the third split where Rebel joined the equation and actually, you know, knocked out Furia so that True Neutral didn't have to. But, you know, this kind of storyline that True Neutral were by far the best team in South America and, you know, no other team would be able to do what they did in North America is kind of ridiculous to me, because I think I see, you know, Rebel's best player Jan joining with Furia's 2 best players, Kaio and Card, obviously that's going to be a pretty good, you know, obviously that's going to be a pretty good team. I could see them, if they move to NA, doing just as well as Complexity did, personally. When did Abject say Turbo is not a very good player? When did he say that? That sounds like such Abject, like, posh English trash talk. Turbo's not a good player, not a very good player. Guess the pro. Really? That's phenomenal. He accidentally trash talked. That's brilliant. I didn't know that. It makes a true neutral story more compelling. I don't think you need to call them by far the best team in South America to make the true neutral story compelling. I forgot about that, Leth. I forgot about that. It's so funny. Thanks for reminding me though, because that's actually really, really good as a story. That's a great interview question for Abject. Do you still think Turbo is not a very good player? Abject's not posh? Mate, I'm from Scotland. Everyone in England is posh. Like, you know when you're watching Game of Thrones and then the people in Winterfell call it the North? Or no, the what do you call it? The Wildlings call Winterfell the South? Is that what it's called, Winterfell? I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched that show. And then Winterfell are like, no, this is the North. You know, it's like when we think of England, anywhere in England is south to Scotland. And posh. Everywhere. You're all south and posh. Justin Scrub interview, 100%. I agree. Even Scousers. That's right. Even Scousers. Even Devo. Posh. Even Nolly. Even Geordies. I don't know. Are there any Geordies in the Rocket League scene? Don't know if any Geordies. Didn't know Johnny was from Liverpool. Liverpool. It's tough to do it for a long time, man. It gets very hard for me to continue this. Where's Boy Arroyo from? I think he's from Paisley. I'm not sure, though. It just feels wrong. I don't know. I feel like whenever I do an accent for more than a sentence or two, it deteriorates rapidly. Like, very, very quickly. It gets very bad. Oh. Oh, okay. Envy are fine. What a first touch that is. Oh my goodness. Card. It's just going to keep going. You want to hear my American accent? Which one? I could do 4. Do 4 American accents. Has anybody seen the show on Netflix, Selling Sunsets? Type 1. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's cringe, but it's better than most reality TV. Because usually whenever I'm watching stuff with my girlfriend, she picks the worst videos and the worst like TV series to watch. But that one, she chose this. I was like, to be honest, watchable, but it's still pretty bad. Most of you guys haven't seen it, but there, yeah, that's all just California. The classic California girl's accent. Literally can't right now. Just like tons of vocal fry and saying literally instead of literally. Oh my goodness, the post is not their friend. Okay, they're fine. That right post is not their friend. That shows not a realistic impression of California. I know I've been to California 4 times, I think. Wait, is it 4? Yeah, 4 times. I know that that's not LA and that's not California. I'm aware. But, I mean, the accent is stereotypical. But yeah, if you want to do a Texas accent, I feel like you just got to curve your lip upwards for no apparent reason. And you sound like you're from Texas. It's simple. Just like curve one of the lips up and the other one stays the same. Boom. Texas accent. But I can't really. So, what do you? Has anybody seen? So again, Netflix show accent. Has anybody seen Fargo? Has anybody seen Fargo on Netflix? Because that's how I found out how people speak like from the north. It's really good. Oh, Atomic! Get in the Fennec, my man. What are you doing? Yeah, in Fargo, they're all just like, oh yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all I know. They just say yeah instead of yeah. North Dakota, Minnesota. Canadian accent? Well, that's what it sounded like to me. It all kind of sounded the same as Canadian. Like the North. What are these states? The Dakotas and Minnesota. What are the? I don't know what other states are in that little area. You know, the kind of Canada accent hybrid. Yeah, Tommy needs to get in the Fennec, guys. The typical car's not working out for him. That's 3 accents. What's number 4? It's even worse. Like, I started off with my better ones. We're going downhill now. But I can't even do, like, I can occasionally, if I hear somebody speak with a New York accent, I can mimic them, but off the top of my head is not going to happen. I can't do it. But everybody knows what the New York accent sounds like. What are Envy doing? I'm going to have to skip this replay because everybody skipped it, but I'd love to see what on earth is happening here. It's just, I think they've gained, or Furia have gained Envy's respect, so now every time a Furia player is up in the air, Envy just imagine that they're getting, the ball is being hit. Good bump there by Atomic. And they can't possibly imagine a whiff because Furia have been so consistent. So they're not even going. Furia are absolutely vibing in this matchup though. They're pre-jumping at 2-1. Well, they were pre-jumping at 2-1. I think all we've learned today is that Furia are insane. And yeah, I think that's the only prediction I would change, is that Furia are even better than I thought they would be. I'll say Furia is even better than I thought. Everything else is pretty, all the other scrims are pretty accurate to what I expected from LAN so far. Swedish accent. Chocolate. I'm eating chocolate on my share. That's all I've got. I'm sorry, I don't really know much Swedish. Hedge and all that. Hedge and Nedge. That's all you need to know. But everybody in Sweden speaks English, so you don't even have to learn. Furia or Pog, are they really going to beat Endpoint, Dig, and Envy all in one day? 3 teams that I think everybody had top 5 for LAN. Or top 6 at least. They're just clapping everybody. The worst thing for Envy is that this doesn't look like a good stylistic match for them, because the make or break thing for Envy in this matchup is, would they be able to intercept Furia's like final third passing plays and just counter-attack, hit long shots. They've been trying to do it, but it's not worked anywhere near enough to merit them just chilling in defense as much as they do. Furia are so consistent and so mechanical with their aggression that they are just manhandling Envy. Envy don't actually look like they're playing too badly. Like they kind of look like Envy. I don't know about what you guys think about that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Does this look like Envy's playing like Envy? Because it does look. It looks like Envy to me. I think Atomic missed an open net at one point last game, and maybe he needs to get in the Fennec. But apart from that, like, they look like they're playing their usual style. Maybe they're starting to fatigue a little bit. It's been a long day for these guys. Maybe they don't have as much stamina. Only been in Europe for a couple of days. It's a long scrim session. But you got to realize, guys, a lot of the, you know, positions where Envy look like they're playing kind of awkwardly and panicking. They're on low boost or no boost a lot of the time. They're being bumped in defense, and Furia's flying at them after scoring dozens of mechanical goals, all from the air. So, you know, it kind of like falls under the forced mistake category a lot. It's not like Envy are making a lot of unforced errors. Oh, that's clean. So there, somebody asking our wave wall dash is going to be used for more than just celebrations. There you go. I think somebody whiffs on the backboard there for Furia, but still. Beta Hugh, thanks to the 56 viewer raid. Sorry, getting my wards mixed up. I've been streaming for a while as well. Yeah, just low boost on lots of players at once. Sorry for flickering through there, but we don't have the boost overlay, so it's the only way that I can see how much boost people have got. That's a really good pass. Using the ceiling to center. Yeah, and a bit too close to get on it quickly. Yeah, it's a very long raid. Yeah, very long raid indeed. That uptime is inaccurate because my stream went down halfway through the stream. Well, actually, 3/5 of the way through the stream or something, like 3 hours in. Nah, SRG's not playing today. I don't think I'll be getting any SRG scrims on stream, because they never played scrims on stream. I don't know if they'll want to. We have our own spectator when we cast, but I prefer to follow the stream. Some casters like to do their own thing. They like to just go on board with one player and see what that player is getting up to. Wow. So more really good physical play combined with a finish. This is like Furia's thing. They're just like, Card is blocking atomic save, and then in comes Yan, third man, and he just scores. Like, Furia are not messing around. They're so aggressive. Air dribble and a run ahead bump being attempted, and Yan's like, yes, I'm the third man, I'm getting in. Love to see that. Big mind game by Card. Who do I think will win SRG G2? I think it'll be close, but I have G2 winning that right now. Because G2 are pretty good in Swiss. And although I think SRG will be able to hang with them, if not, you know, even out pressure them at times, it's that G2, you know, newfound consistency. G2 have kind of found a good balance with their playstyle. I think they're in a really good spot right now because they don't overextend as much as they used to, anywhere near as much as they used to, really. And they're still very effective in offense. So I think I have to give G2 the edge there, but I think it's going to be one of the close round ones. You want to see G2 versus Furia? I think they're scrimming on Thursday. I'd love to watch that because by then G2 will have a little bit more time to adjust to the time zone. Right now, I think Furia would destroy them. Oh, nice finish. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my prediction for Mist being the guy to watch on Envy. I'm going to be honest. I think he's playing really good today. Do an updated predictions video, bracket predictions. I don't think I will. I think I'll probably just try and make more of different style of content. Well, more of what we're doing right now, like scrims, and maybe do some interview stuff if I can. I don't want to do more prediction videos or prediction streams. I've said it a few times, I think G2 from all of the NA teams who made LAN have, I think, the best playstyle for LAN. I do think that NRG will be able to edge them out if they play against each other in a series though. Because NRG, or rather G2 seems to have a bit of a mental block when they play against NRG recently. It's very, very in NRG's favor. So I have to lean on NRG there. But if G2 play Envy, I could see them winning that one. I think Envy have a way better chance against NRG as well. Right, I'm just going to run and refill my water. I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, I'm back. Just in time. Omar the Banana Lord, thanks for the 6-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Let's see if these teams can keep going. It's going to be very, very hard to keep up a high level of play this long into the Scrim sesh. Furia, I think, on their 4th Scrim in a row. Envy, I think, the same, if not 3rd. Not sure. Scoreboard is updated. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's 3-2 right now for Furia. Envy took games 1 and 5. 3-3, but I already updated it. I updated it before the end of the last game. It was 3-1, and then I updated it right before the end of the last game to 3-2. How did I get back so fast? Because I just had to go to the kitchen and get water. Yes, I feel like a lot of people are apparently mad that I called SRG more mechanical than G2, but who do you guys think's been more mechanical in this series, Envy or Furia? There's only one correct answer to this one. This is not even up for debate. The G2 SRG one, sure, you can debate that, but it's Furia, obviously. Furia have obviously been more mechanical. I feel like that's probably how it would look when Sandrock play against G2. Probably similar to this. But I still think G2 will win. Just like I think if these two teams play each other in the tournament, I think Envy will win. You know, just because they're losing in Scrim doesn't mean that I think that Furia will beat them next week. I think Envy would win if they play next week. But Furia definitely have a chance though. Spartan Student, thanks for the 3-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. When's LAN? It's starting a week tomorrow, so 8 days will be day 1 of LAN. 8 days from now. Oh, thanks to the primes. Clancy, Bon, and Zuti Gahon. Not sure how to read those names, but I try my best. Have I seen the schedule? I have not. I don't know what rounds are being played on day 1. Not sure. Yeah, both these teams are in Sweden already. That's true. That's a pretty poor touch there on the backboard. Oh, they tweeted the schedule. Is it out? Jordy up, thanks to the brand new Prime. I really appreciate that. And thanks to all of you guys for tuning in today. If you like this content, then be sure to follow me on Twitter, because I might be doing this again tomorrow, and I'll tweet before I go live. So I know Twitch notifications are not the most reliable. I always do that. I always tweet before I go live, so my Twitter is the exact same as my Twitch. That is where my stream notifications will always be. Game sense is more important than mechanics? What? You cannot be serious if you think that game sense in 3v3 is more important than mechanics. That has to be a joke. That has to be bait. Game sense is like nowhere near as important as mechanics. Mechanics are by far the most important thing these days. By far. It's not even close. Like, mechanics are by far the most important thing in Rocket League to be a pro player in 3s. And it is not close. Mechanics are by far the most important thing. Are you guys mad? There's so many people are arguing this. That's crazy to me. What about Turbo? Well, Turbo's mechanics are functional. He's not flashy. He's not, you know, insanely good mechanically. But he's functional. Like, he can do everything that he has to do in a series. And he's also pretty unpredictable, so that's a bonus for him. But mechanics are like 90% of Pro Rocket League, and then the other 10% is game sense and mentality combined. Like, mechanics is really all you need to be a top team now. Turboline, what's up, Arsenal? Look at, once again, Furia with the 3-man offense. They've got the bump, they've got the air dribble, and they've got the person committing for the pass as well. You love to see it. Like, the reason that people don't realize how important mechanics are is because they don't realize just everything that you do in Rocket League is mechanical. Like, every time you turn your car, that's a mechanic. Every time that you hit the ball, that's a mechanic as well. You know, whenever you press boost, that's also mechanics. Like, literally everything you're doing is mechanical. It's a mechanical game. You do everything yourself. And, you know, if one player is more efficient with their tapping of the boost button, that's mechanical. Just because you don't really see it and appreciate it as obviously as a double flip reset or, you know, a crazy goal, it doesn't mean that it's not mechanics. The most important mechanics are, you know, being efficient with your movement, generally speaking. Like, that's boost usage and recoveries. And a little bit of, you know, strategy comes into there as well with your pathing and deciding what to commit on. But mechanically, you know, recoveries and boost usage are absolutely up there. And then ball striking, you know, whether that's hitting the ball really, really hard when you want to, or hitting the ball really, really softly when you want to, and controlling it. That's like the other most important mechanic. Just hitting the ball and movement. They're the most important mechanics. Not flip resets, not ceiling shots, not air dribbles. It's hitting the ball and moving. A Buffbot, thanks to the 57-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Also, Sweet for you, thanks to the 19-month tier 1. How you doing? Keep it still, thanks for 3 gifted subs. Welcome to all the new gifted subs. Actually, Polar getting a 2-monther there. Gifted. Congratulations. What, is Rattles actually on First Touch today? When's that? Is that starting soon? Is that today? $13 minutes? Okay. So I'll just stop. I think scrims are stopping then anyway. But even if there's more scrims, I'll just stop there. Because First Touch will probably be quite good. I wonder if First Touch will have a segment today on how important scrims are. Now that Furia did well in scrims. You guys want to know the difference between me and everybody who's biased for NA? Is that I will upload every single one of these to YouTube. I'm going to upload, I think EU lost, how many scrims today? 3 scrims? 4 scrims. I think EU lost 4 scrims. I'm uploading every single one of them to YouTube. Ooh, what a pop. I'm not going to selectively like change what content I put out there based on who's doing well in scrims. But I feel like, and I'm calling out First Touch here, I feel like, you know, if there were 5 NA versus EU scrims today and EU won every single one of them, it would never be a topic on First Touch. But if there's 5 NA versus EU scrims and NA won all of them, it would be a topic on First Touch. That's the difference between me and the NA biased people in the Rocket League scene. I'm just doing it for the content. They're doing it for propaganda. They're spinning a story. Oh, lovely little accidental touch by Kyle there. And the difference, another difference is that if NA went 6-0 in SMAD, I would call NA better. And I would say that it does matter more than anything else we've seen recently. Until we see a LAN. And then obviously it doesn't matter anymore. But because EU wins, it doesn't matter. And copium, copium, copium. See, look, the evidence is in chat. Chat is all the NA bias fans are proving my point without even knowing it by typing SMAD lol. That's what I mean. Is that you guys tell yourselves it doesn't matter, even though NA got slapped. And I'm telling you, if NA went 6-0, I would absolutely be the first person to say NA is better right now. There it is. There's the result. I've got mad EU bias. Based on what? Because I predict EU to win more, and they have won more. Like, it's not bias if you just make a prediction, which ends up being right. Like, people called me SSG bias at the start of RLCS Season X, because I predicted them to win, and they won. And then later on in the season, I predicted NRG to win, and they won. Also, at one random event during the season, I remember saying on the cast, live with Shogun, that SSG looked like the best team on the day, and they went on to win that event. And then I didn't actually predict SSG to win any other events that year for RLCS Season X, because they didn't look at that level anymore. I just like say what I think. I just say what I see. And people are calling it bias because it doesn't fit what they think. But yeah, I don't know, you just gotta listen to the reasoning. But no, actually, you guys are right. You guys are right. Smad didn't prove anything. I'll admit it. Because at the end of the day, everybody already knew EU was better than NA. So what does EU going 6-0 prove? It doesn't prove anything. In order for it to prove something, it has to provide us with new information, which it did not. Oh, look at Mist. If only he could. Okay, he's going to score anyway, but I would have loved to see him get a reset on that and just fulling it into the net with no bounce. Beautiful, beautiful. Turbo just bumping cards to make sure. Samad saw me, NA GMs are dumb. Well, you mean the same GMs, the same people who tell you that, you know, the most ridiculous takes constantly on NA vs EU. What do you guys think here? I think we've seen a little bit of two things happening. What do you guys think it is? You think Furia got bored? Or do you think Envy have just downloaded them? Do you think Envy have figured them out? Which is it? I kind of expected chat to all say Envy figured them out, but looks like everybody's saying both or Furia got bored. But I mean, the way that Furia started playing when they were winning 2-1 and they're just pre-jumping everything, I can't remember what game it was. I was thinking to myself, they don't look like they're really sweating anymore. I think they've got one more game here though, because this is only 7 minutes to the hour, so they're probably going to play one more. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, no GGs, just GG. I'll see if let's see what Furia decide to do in the last game here. Are they gonna sweat, or are they just gonna go for more crazy pre-jumps? Look at Mist. Look at the real MVP for Envy. Everybody's saying Atomic. It's Mist. It's Mist. I said it all along. You know the crazy thing is though, I think Turbo, no, not Turbo. I'm pretty sure Atomic's played the Octane all day, so really you could say that Envy are currently sandbagging because they don't even have Atomic in the Fennec. Ooh. Okay. Early signs would suggest that Furia are trying to be a bit more disciplined for this one. Reason being, there was no third man committing for that really, really high ball. just like throwing themselves in. like they have been in the last few games. So they might actually be sweating here. Trying to get a tie overall. Yeah, quick rotation out for card as well. No go for the double demo. And yeah, I think they're going for this one. They're going for the dub. That's a really nice fake. Oh, nearly a recovery save for Turbo, but not quite. Oh, he used the Fennec in game 1. Never mind. Kluij to TMR, thanks for the 2-month prime. I have no idea how to say your name, but thanks for the resub there. Furia destroys EU and then loses to NA, so it's copium. I mean, Furia were destroying Envy and then they started throwing. So I mean, that's why I asked, because I saw this series. I saw this Scrim completely turn around. Furia were destroying and then they started getting destroyed. So I asked chat, what is it? Is it that they just started YOLOing for everything a bit much, or are Envy just figuring them out? Oh, what save. I think it was a bit more of the first part. But I still stand by what I said earlier. I think if these two teams play each other in the event, I think Envy win. So I like what I'm seeing from Envy. Envy adjusted to them? Okay, tell me one adjustment Envy made since you've agreed that Envy, since you've gone with the Envy adjusted to them. What adjustment did Envy make, chat? I'm going to test you here. Because you can't just say that Envy adjusted to them and then not tell me what they did differently. Being more better, they just did. Score more goals. Yeah, exactly. You guys just make it up. You guys are talking nonsense. I will admit though, you know, I wouldn't expect many people to be able to come up with a valid reason there. And I am putting you on the spot. It's okay to have an opinion like they adjusted to them without having a reason. I just wanted to prove a point. It's pretty hard to live analyze Pro Rocket League. I do it basically for a living. I do. I could tell you a few things that Envy have done differently. Number one, they aren't conceding to Furia's run ahead bump and demo plays as much as they were earlier. That's always something that you can easily adjust in the middle of a series, because when a player's rotating out of offense in threes, there's really only two mindsets. Either they're going to get out as quickly as possible to get back into the midfield and support their team, or they're going to do as much on the way out to disrupt the other team. It's all about, like, are you going to be a disruptor for the other team, or are you going to support your team? And Envy have realized that actually Furia are probably just going to try and be annoying as they leave, so they need to be on the lookout for that. But if teams aren't really going for that, if they're trying to just leave and rotate out instantly, you don't really have to be on the lookout for those bumps and demos as much. You don't have to be on the back foot protecting your corner boost. You can just chill, play your own game, because they're playing their own game. So that's something that Envy have probably been talking about. Yeah, Furia are trying for this game. They're definitely sweating here though. Yeah, the obvious, well, the most obvious thing that Envy have tried to do is just not get stuck in defense. They're just trying to challenge earlier. They did the same thing earlier when they played BDS as well. They were given too much control to BDS, and they started just going for more in the midfield. It's a really good pass by Jan. Card with an awkward first touch. Look at where Envy are defending from. They're flying really high there to avoid the run ahead bump that Furia have been going for. Oh, I think maybe Atomic was trying to do that little kind of wave dash landing where you pop the ball by drilling the nose of the car into the ground. I'm not sure if anybody has a weird name for that. The double fake kickoff for the first time in the series. Oh, they're, yeah, see, I told you guys, they're sweating here. I knew it. I knew they were sweating for the win. Both teams. And it's going to be a brilliant turbo goal. Well, I mean, turbo assist, but still. What a game. Turbo just muscles it through. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Do Scrim results correlate LAN results? Rarely. I've said this many times in the past that scrims, they, show you what a team's working on and, just generally how a team is playing. But I wouldn't really use this as an indication of... Actually, Envy did end up winning here, so I would use this as an indication of how the matchup would go, but not because of the result, because that's how I thought the match would go, The only... Actually, I don't even know if I've changed... Yeah, I've changed one prediction based on today. So when I was making my predictions for RLCS Swiss stage, I said that I thought Ground Zero would beat Furia. Based on today, I'm going to change that. I think Furia beat Ground Zero. All the other Furia results I'd probably keep the same, though. I still think that they might lose to Semper, beat FaZe, lose to Endpoint, beat Era Eternity. Those are the 5 Furia predictions I made. I had them losing to Semper, losing to GZ, beating Era, beating FaZe, losing to Endpoint. The only one out of those 5 that I'd change on today is I think they would beat Ground Zero. I'd probably leave all the other ones the same for now. Because scrims don't matter as much as you guys think that they do. But they are like relevant to seeing like what level a team's playing at, but they don't really indicate a matchup too well.